music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.
Welcome to Connecting Atlanta Radio. I am here by myself today, and we are going to talk about business, actually, and we'll interview myself. That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it, if I started asking myself questions and started answering it. But anyways, we are live on Connecting Atlanta Radio, hosted on the #1 hit radio station in Atlanta and throughout the United States, the fastest growing, WorldStarHitRadio.com. And, Connecting Atlanta Radio, Connecting Atlanta, we help companies connect, educate, and expand through business workshops, networking events, different things like that. We have one of the fastest growing groups on Facebook called Connecting in Atlanta. We have close to 6,500 members, and we get member requests every single day. We don't accept everybody. We don't accept the spammers. And I don't have my admin accepted people outside of Georgia now. So sorry, but if you're not in Georgia, I can't let you grab that group. You can join other groups, but Connecting in Atlanta is specifically geared towards creating business connections in Atlanta. We recently partnered up with an organization called PAC, P-A-C-C, and they are an amazing networking organization that is geared specifically with athletes. So I'm really excited about that opportunity. And my specific tagline for myself is I help people turn contacts into contracts. And one of the ways that I'm able to do that, so we're going to go over a little bit about that today and talk about that. So let's see here. So there's four or five different ways that people are able to connect. They can connect through social media. They can connect through phone, whether it be text message or verbally. They email, online, and in person. So in person, networking events, email, you following up with your customers, stuff like that. Online through social media or just out there in blogs, online networking, and so forth. But the one that we're going to talk about today is through phone calls, actually. Making phone calls to prospects, networking events and stuff like that. So we have, one of the things is when I did the largest networking event for, let's see here, I'm going to pull up something really quick. When I did one of the largest events here in Atlanta, it was a workshop. People paid to come to that workshop unless you came through one of our partner stores, like through, partner stores, but through one of our partners, Social Georgia or Score. Score is absolutely amazing. So if you're looking for a lot of free workshops and some that are like $10 or less, sometimes $15, $20, but they're all over the state of Georgia, Gwinnett County, DeKalb, Fulton County. Turn off your phones. They have a lot of workshops as well. So let's see here. What was I going to say? So one of the ways I was able to do that was through partnerships, through networking events. The other way was through making phone calls. I hired a girl, I wrote up some scripts, and I hired a young lady that had experience in customer service. I met her through my group, through Connecting Atlanta. And then just put it out there. I was looking for people. I said, send me your experience and let me know what you have. She's absolutely amazing. She helped me out with my event as well while she was there. I'm trying to go back and see when this was. I wanted to read off one of my scripts that I had and that she sent over for me. Here we go. Let's see here. Here we go. Anyways, okay, here we go. So I wrote this script up for her because one of the reasons why you want to write some scripts up is because it's stuff that you're saying that that's working when you're calling up prospects or new customers or people that you're trying to get to come out to either your company, buy something or whatever. You know what works, you're comfortable with that, and so if you know what works, write it down. It's as simple as that. Just write it down. Let your customers, let your sales representatives know, or someone that's coming to your company, you're providing them a standard. You're letting them know, this is how I want my brand to be represented. This is how I want people to know, this is what we're saying. And whether this script is in an email, whether it's over phone or whichever, but one of the things is you always want to have some type of a script. So let's see here. So you could say something like, thank you for your interest in attending the Educate Atlanta Business Summit. For more information on our event in April 30th, this was after they made a phone call. This is after she made a phone call, talked to the person over the phone, and then wanted to send them the link via email to let them know. So I wrote up the scripts for voice for when she was calling and speaking to someone. I wrote up a script for when she was leaving a message for someone, and I also wrote up a script for email on the follow-up, and I wrote up a script for email if she did not reach someone but left them a voice message, so it was a follow-up script as well. Now anybody that didn't answer the phone or anything like that, or didn't have, or actually anybody that didn't have a phone, then I was like, forget it, don't send out an email to them, because we were already sending out emails to the groups and stuff like that. Excuse me. And so I was trying to see. So anyways, so that was some of the stuff. So there's also, I posted out a group, this same question in the group today, and Chantel had a really good response to some scripts as well. But again, the point of creating a script, so we're going to go ahead and read this. So a point of creating a script is to be able to create some type of standards for your company. So this way, when you start hiring individuals, you have a standard for them, and they can understand and easily flow into exactly what it is that you're looking for and what you need. So one of the examples is like, hello, John, my name is Jacqueline. This is Chantel. This is one of her scripts. And she has a huge group on Facebook. She has a lot of actual groups on Facebook, but her largest one, because this is where she's located, is here in Atlanta, and she has over 30,000 people in her group. Like, I thought mine was big, but hers is enormous. Anyway, so it's just like, for example, say, hi. Hello, Jacqueline. My name is Chantel, and I represent Sweet Job Spot. We are a job board and blog located online, and we post jobs in 50 states. We are part of a network of over 25,000 online niche job boards. Where do you currently advertise your job openings? So that's where she's calling, and she's asking them a straight question. This is straight up corporate type of scripts that she got right here. So I'm not as formal as this, but obviously, as you can see, I don't speak that formal, but this is awesome, and this is a great standard to have. And then she says, well, Jacqueline, unlike, careermonster.com, our job boards are industry specific and yield a higher than average number of qualified candidates. Can I interest you in an introductory list rating to demonstrate the effectiveness of posting with us? We currently have an offer for $199 for 2 30-day job postings. That is a savings of 50%. Can I email you a promo code today? And then it goes on and so forth. One of the other things I like to say is, I like to ask people, especially if you're doing a sales script, ask some questions in there, is to get that person engaged where it doesn't sound like you're just reading at them. So you can ask them, what do you like best about the job boards that you're using right now? If there was anything that you could change about the job boards that you're using right now, what would that be? And find out. That really is going to provide you with a lot of information. It's going to tell you what people really love, and then it's going to tell you what it is that they're truly looking for. Because if you find out what they love, then you can compare something that your job board does or your company does in comparison to what it is that they love with that system. And then you can compare it to the other systems like what that person is looking for, you can compare something like that. That's really going to give you an opportunity to say, okay, let's see here. It's giving you an opportunity to say, this is how we are different, and this is how we're better, and this is how we can fill that void as to what you're looking for. So, I mean, it's really cool. So she even has some stuff in here, like if the person says no, a couple of different ways if they say no, if they say that they're not interested, and so forth. So, and then one of them is Tracy. She does a lot of different things. So I'm not really sure what this script was for, but she says depending on which service or product being sold, she typically says something to the effect of, "Thank you for taking my call today. After completing some research regarding in the area, I saw your company came up with results. My company offers various services to companies like yours, and I wanted to see if you have time on your calendar to discuss how such and such can assist and possibly improve what time and day works best for you." So if you notice a lot of these scripts as well, you want to make sure that you have an opening, you have some type of greeting, you want to have your benefits in that script, you want to have features, and you want to have a closing based on whatever that closing is, whether it is trying to get appointments scheduled with that individual, whether it is trying to see if they want to purchase your product or service, and so forth. And if someone says no, it's okay. They're not saying no to you. They just may not necessarily have a need right now. So you can't allow a no to have you in fear of finding the yeses, because the yeses are going to be the ones that are going to take you from one level to the next in your business and draw additional revenue coming in. If somebody tells me no, I don't care. I've been in sales for over, I don't know, a long time. I'm not going to tell you because then you know my age, but I've been in sales for over 10 years. So, and then I remember one of my bosses, it was a friend of mine, he had said to me, one of the biggest things that he liked about when I was in sales is that the fact that when somebody said no, it didn't faze me. So, because you can't be emotionally attached to the no. So you have to allow it to separate yourself and not be attached to that. So I was trying to find, but so when I'm out there trying to, let's just do something off the cuff. When I was out there and I was wanting to get some people coming up for my my events and so forth, that come out to my events. Hi, this is Jacqueline. I'm with Connecting Atlanta. We partner with Score Atlanta. And you had signed up for our last event. I'm sorry you weren't able to make it out. We have some future events coming up. We'd love to have you come out. Our next one is going to be on April 23rd, and we're going to be showing people how to develop business credit. Would you like me to schedule you for that workshop? And some of our workshops are free, and some aren't. So, but a lot of our workshops that we obviously do at the public library system are going to be at no cost because we can't charge for that. And then with the paid one, we definitely can. Now, I had a young lady that was in customer service, so I was not expecting her to close paid deals with individuals coming out to the workshop. So we can definitely let them know, she can let them know, and then she could send them some follow-up information with that as well. So we definitely, because we had sponsors at that event, so we had a mixture of some complimentary tickets and some paid tickets. Now the ones that paid, they could either get their money back at the end, so it was still free, or they could have received the audio to the workshop, which we sent that out. And so, and with your follow-up, you want to make sure that you follow up as quick as possible. So once you send someone out some information, send a follow-up email that same day with them, not too long after, because in that way you keep the person's interest, and you keep them excited about your solutions and so forth. You definitely don't want time to lapse too much. So that's definitely true. So you want to make a phone call. When you're calling people, you want to make a phone call. You want to list features. You want to list benefits. And then you want to make sure you have your closing. Whatever that closing is, whatever it is your goal is to accomplish in that call. And to be honest with you, especially if you're doing a cold call, whatever, and they haven't heard of you before, it's okay that you don't get a yes on that first call, because now this is your opportunity to cultivate and develop that relationship with that individual. You definitely want to be able to cultivate and develop that relationship, and let them get to know you. Be transparent. Let them know, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And think about yourself. How often do you get sold? You're getting sold stuff every single day. Think about that individual. They're getting stuff sold to them every single day. They're trying to run their business, operate their company. They have 1,000. We are an overly stimulated economy. We're overly stimulated. And so it's really hard with all the technology and stuff like that. It's easy to reach people, but it's harder to get someone's attention. That's why I am a big proponent of not just online opportunities, but also in social media and email and your email campaigns and all that stuff, but also picking up the phone the old-fashioned way, making a phone call, reaching out and touching someone, you know what I'm saying, and even just maybe scheduling a call or a meeting with them, and developing and cultivating those relationships, because people buy into you, they will buy into your products. I'll say that again. If someone buys into you, they're going to buy into your product and your service. If they know that you care about the health of their business or of whatever it is that you're trying to sell them. So like Tracy, she does resume writing and HR and stuff like that. So if someone that is out there is looking for a job, right? If they know that she cares about helping, doing everything she can, and helping them find the best job opportunity or next career opportunity for that individual, and not just trying to get them to do a resume and being like, you know, bump it, I'm just trying to make me some money, I'm going to get you a resume, spit this out, and get it over to you. No, she's not like that. She really sits down, understands her customers, works with them, and gets the best resume possible based on what it is that they're looking to accomplish in their career path. So, you know, I don't know if anybody has any questions. Let's see. But if you do, call in 404-969-2057. But those are just some scripts. And just as you would network with someone in person, don't just walk up. So what is it that you do? You know, ask them, talk to them about what were they looking to accomplish at the networking event. That's a great question. I see you came out. You spent your time to come out to this networking event today. What are you hoping to accomplish from coming out here? That's also going to let you know where they're standing and them connecting with you as well. And I wouldn't always try to sell somebody at a networking event. There's time to meet people, develop relationships, and so forth. And ahead of time, even before, like I would say, before you do anything, before you contact people on the phone, before you go out to a networking event, before you try to start networking through social media, blogs, email, whatever, write out what your goal is. What is it that you're hoping to accomplish and what you're looking to bring in? Because if you are clear and specific with your goals and write them down, I guarantee you will accomplish and reach exactly what you're looking to accomplish and reach. Which is speaking to me right now, even when oh my God, when it comes to relationships and stuff like that too. I mean, the Lord's really been speaking to me through that and reaching out and so forth. So that's kind of heavy. But anyways, so with that, just really reaching out and meet people again on the phone. The phone is through text messaging. Like one of my customers, we text. I've developed a relationship with now. I gave him my mobile number. He texts me, asks me quick questions. We're both type A personalities. Get to the point. Let's make it quick. We don't have to be like, hi, how are you doing? And get all the mushiness or whatever. We just, that's one of the things I think why we click so well is because we just both get right to the point. And which I love that about him. I'm sure he appreciates that about me. And the other thing is that I have his best interests at heart. I am protective over him and making sure that he's not getting screwed by my company, the company that I work for, or they wouldn't do that. But, just if there's ever any billing issues, if there's this or that, you just never know. So you always want to just make sure that the customers, whether it's you or one of your employees or whatever it is, that you have their best interest at heart. That's the biggest thing, because like I went to a grocery store yesterday and I did the self-checkout thing and I left these steamed crab legs. Oh my gosh, they were steamed. And she seasoned them up for me back in the seafood department, and I left them at the self-checkout, and I called over, and I was like, "Do you guys my crab legs there?" And the manager was like, "One of his things is, ma'am, it's the customer's responsibility to make sure that they have their food." And I was right next to the self-checkout cashier, and she obviously wasn't paying attention. And I was like, someone stole my food. It was either her, but it was somebody that stole my food. And I was like, oh my gosh. But they let me come back and exchange it. But the fact of how he approached me just made me feel some kind of way. I'll say this, I'll say something really great about Bed Bath & Beyond and retail, is that they have some of the best customer service in town. Oh my gosh, because they and I used to work there years ago, and I worked in the customer service department, and you get people that would buy these things for the rebate, get their rebate $5 or $10, then return the item. I was like, you trying to make all this money, you spending all this time for $5 or $10. But the thing is they never questioned anything, and they took everything back. They had the premier customer service. So I don't care what you sell your customers, if you do not follow it up with amazing customer service, then you are not going to win in the end, because that's going to be your brand and your reputation. So that's really it today. So we went from the beginning to connecting, to networking, whatever. But if you have any questions, you can email me at jwaller@connectingatlanta.net. That's jwaller@connectingatlanta.net. Or reach me through any of my social media sites, through my website at connectingatlanta.net. That's connectingatlanta.net. You can find my email through there, my phone number, and all my social media sites. So you're welcome to contact me through there. And if you have any questions, if you need help with writing scripts or anything like that, feel free to reach out. But just remember that my time isn't free, one. And two, I do help people turn your contacts into contracts, and I help you do that by creating your connections and networking through several ways. Stay tuned. We will have a guest out next Tuesday at 7:30 right here on worldstarhitradio.com, the fastest growing #1 internet radio station in the United States. Peace out.
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.